Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Migrant Collective Stories. Today, I am with Viviana Castrillon. She's from Colombia, Bogota. She has been 8 years in Australia. She's mom and she's an entrepreneur, founder of Digital Strategy BNE. And she has a long background in marketing, in digital marketing. She works with small businesses and entrepreneurs, and she helps them to capitalize their digital channels. And she's based in Brisbane. She's in Queensland. Lucky you, girl. Thank you for being with us. Hi, Vivi.
No. Hi, Jime, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hey,
Thank
it's
you
an
so
honor.
much for inviting me.
Yeah, it's an honor to be with you and have you. And thanks for sharing your story and your knowledge about marketing. I have a lot of questions for you.
I bet.
Let's start for the first one. How did you get to Australia?
Oh, well, the short version of the story is that I got here as a student. Um, not really because I needed to learn English because like I learned English when I was a child. So by the time that I got here, I had a good level of English. It was more like it was a way to get here because what I wanted to do was just to travel around and maybe visit new cultures and all of that. And the opportunity to come to Australia just show up in basically in my door. And the way to get here was as a student. So I came here to study IELTS, and that was it.
And what about your working experience here? What is your current work and in what other areas have you been performing?
Okay, so at the moment, so as you said, I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own company, and I work from home, from my office in my house, um, and uh, and this has been like I started as a sole trader, but then last year I actually create my company, and this is like a company now. What jobs have I done here in Australia? Well, I did a lot of things, mainly in marketing. So probably I was one of the lucky ones that I got like the professional background job here in Australia, even though I was a student and I have all the hours restriction. Um, but for some reason, and I remember that like I had a friend at that time and she was like, why are you doing that, Viviana? And I was like, well, because like that's supposed, like the students supposed to do that. So after my first job that it was in marketing, that finished, and I had to look for another job, and I just got scared, and I was looking for things that they were not in my field, even though I had experience here in Australia, and I had the English. So I found a job in a juice bar, and I remember that I also got a job in cleaning, and that was because I looked for it, because I thought that like the first one was like a lucky strike, and that's what the students had to do. And my friend was like, what are you talking about? Like, you shouldn't do that. Well, anyway, I lasted in that cleaning job a week because it wasn't really like what I wanted. Um, and in the juice bar, I lasted for almost, I think it was 2 years. Uh, and then that finished, and I actually like stop and think and said, no, I really want to do something like in my professional background. So I put my CV, and I was a student, so I still have the 20 hours impediment.
Mhm.
Oh, not impediment, but like, regulation. And then I put it in with what is the name of that? That people that look job that looks.
Like advisor?
No, 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 no. It's like a company that hires people for other companies. At the moment, I just forgot the name.
Recruitancy companies.
Yeah, a recruitment. Anyway, so like I got my CV there, and they found me another job with an Australian business in marketing, and I was there for a while as well, and then eventually, um, jumping from jobs to jobs. A friend, I asked a friend, I said, hey, I need my CV a little bit more professional. And she was like, okay, yeah, I can help you. So she checked my CV, and she said, oh, do you do marketing? I said, yeah. Oh, do you know how to do a website? And I said, yeah, well, yeah, I know how to do a website. And she was like, okay, do mine. So like, okay. So I organized like an ABN and all of that because I was like a contractor,
Uh-huh.
and that's how I started the idea of being an entrepreneur, because
Mm.
like I was my own boss. I don't like to say I'm not a boss.
Mhm.
I was my own leader. I was leading this project, and it was very exciting, and it gave me like another another way to do things. Not always chasing a job, but also to chasing a dream. So
What is the best part of being an independent worker? I mean, the leader of your projects. What is the best part?
I think the best part is like the positive impact that you have
Mm.
in other people's dreams, whether they are entrepreneurs or they are people looking for work, like professional work here in Australia. So I think is that impact and giving them the options. Like as an entrepreneur myself, I can put myself in other people's shoes, like entrepreneurs. So like I know the struggles with budgets, with time, with tasks, with many things. Um, so I feel that 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 could be like an advantage point, but also is the happiness that I can see in their faces when things are working, when they can actually see their project in a better way, like that actually they have the structure of the concept and they can verbalize it. It's amazing, and like that light in their eyes when they can see themselves in the future being so successful and so happy because they have achieved something. So I think um the best part of my job um is the impact that I can have in other people's
I love
dreams.
it. And let me ask you, so which one is the most difficult part?
I think and I think the most difficult part is something that is an ongoing part. And in my opinion, the most difficult part is believing in yourself.
Mm.
Like I have found that the biggest wall in your life could be yourself.
Ooh.
Sometimes you compare yourself with other people, and you see all the success out there, and you said, nah, that's not enough. I'm not enough. I cannot do it. I don't have the skills. I don't have this. Even though there are people telling you, hey, you are so amazing, hey, what you are doing. And it's funny because if you actually go out and talk to people, people are doing exactly the same with you. So like it happened to me the other day. I went to this talk, like I was invited as a panelist in an event talking about female founders, females in leadership, and they were like when I finished the talk, like people came to me and they were like, oh, I feel, like I felt you so much in this part and in this other one, and I've been there and all of that, and people were looking at me like, oh, I have everything figured out. I have nothing figured out. Like,
Mhm.
this is a process. This is the road, and every day it has their ups and it has their downs. Like there are days that I'm so happy and so excited and I believe myself and I'm like, Rose in the Titanic, I'm the queen of the world. I'm exactly like that. But there are days that I don't believe myself, that I don't believe in myself, and I cry and I feel desperate, and I'm like, what am I doing? I have two children, I have a mortgage, I have all of this, like, you know.
Mhm.
So that's normal. But I feel that most of the times people they they just get stuck there and they just don't keep, like Dory, keep
Mhm.
swimming.
See?
So like
Keep
that's what you need to do.
swimming. Yeah. Well,
Just keep
so
swimming.
yeah, keep swimming, keep pushing, keep dreaming. Yeah, and so in your experience here in Australia, what do you think are the obstacles that migrants face when they want to improve their working situations?
Again, I feel like what
Is
happened to me, like people sometimes they get into this idea that because you are a migrant, because you have an accent, because maybe you don't speak that well, you only have work in like cleaning or food delivery or all of this stuff, and you actually don't give it a try of like sending your resume or actually looking for like your professional work you know
mm,
I remember I like that was funny. I was here already. I was in my school when I saw a girl that studied with me back in Colombia,
mhm.
and we are friends since Colombia. We didn't know that neither of us were here,
Ah,
and then that day we saw each other. Hey, how are you? Blah blah blah. Anyway, time passed, and one day I was talking with her, and she said to me, I'm so tired. Like I don't like the cleaning job.
mm,
I feel like I'm not doing anything. And blah blah blah. And I said, have you tried, sending resumes or whatever with your professional? Like no. I said, what are you waiting for? Do you
mhm,
want that the opportunity just knock on your door? That's not going to happen. Not many people have that. So like
mhm,
go and at least
mhm.
push yourself out there and try that. If you get a no, well, that's life. But what if you get a yes? So
I love it.
I think it's those mind barriers that as a migrant you create in your mind, create in yourself, and they don't let you push harder.
So I have another question. Do you think the Aussie culture is inclusive enough for migrants, for to migrants working in skilled positions?
Oh, that's a tough one. Uh, so
Well, mhm. This is
I was,
just an honest conversation. My idea just is to know how have been your experience,
well,
and
actually, in
also,
my experience, it has been really easy. Like,
okay, yeah.
but not really, really. Sorry, no, like 100% easy. No, I have my struggles, but I think that if I compare myself with other people, my road has been really easy. But also culture. So like on one hand, they have all these politics and all these rules and things that make them inclusive,
Mhm.
and that they want to be, you know, welcoming of other cultures and everything. But on the other one, you can find racism. You know, like you can find people talking to you like you are an absolute dumb person. Like
Mhm.
it happened to me. One lady, oh, where are you from? Colombia. Hi, how are you? What are you talking like that? I speak English, you know? So, um, and they are people that assume that because we are from, you know, from Colombia, from Chile, from wherever, a Latin country, then they assume all these ideas that are out there that we are the same. And it's not true. So, is easy? Maybe not,
Mm.
but it's not impossible. And
Okay, got it.
the thing is that there are a lot of stories out there that that can prove that is not impossible. You know, everything in life that is absolutely worth it, you need to effort for it. You need to put effort. You need to put work. You need to put tears. You need to put sweat. So like if you expect that everything is in a silver platter,
Mhm.
well, probably that's not going to happen. If as a migrant, wherever the country you come from, you stay with your community and you only speak your language and you listen your music and you are watching even the national television in your country and you are eating the food that you used to eat in your country, my suggestion is go back to your country because over there is cheaper. Yeah.
Mm.
But if you are here, embrace the culture, embrace the diversity, get out of that comfort zone and push harder because it is possible. It is possible to find a PR. It is possible to stay here as a resident. It is possible to find a professional job. It is possible, but you need to look for those opportunities.
Wow, such a strong message. Like the biggest wall could be yourself. Be entrepreneurs is a process, and push yourself to try. It's like those are like super super strong messages, and sometimes we think like we know it, but when you have to hear it again and other time and another time and again, and in some point this make like a click in your brain, in your mindset. Awesome. So
Yeah, well,
now
that's a very important one, the mindset.
the mindset.
You know, like uh, I like to listen those tech talks about like mindset and positivity and all of that. And it's true. If if you are angry, you only attract angerness. You know, if you are sad, you are going to surround yourself around sadness. You know, like when you are sad, you want to listen sad music and the day is gray. And you know, like it seems like everything around you is in the same mood. So you really attract what you want. So like if you want to stay here, you need to surround yourself with people that actually speak English. And no, I'm not talking about, you know, like people that I'm not talking about like for example and I'm sorry, but I don't want to cause any trouble, but like if you are Colombian and you are living with Brazilian and you have to speak English because you cannot understand each other's language, that is not the English that I'm talking about. I'm talking like actually go and find a
Mhm,
job, even if it's a cleaning job, but like with an Australian,
mhm,
someone that was born and raised here and that they can speak English. Yeah, because if it's this example, the Colombian and the Brazilian is learning English, you are learning English,
mhm,
and when you when you know English and you are listening to them, all the mistakes that they are making and all of that, and they are very comfortable because they are making the same mistakes.
Mm.
So when they go and talk with an Australian or with a British or with a Canadian or with a USA person, and they are talking, well, the confidence is not going to be there because
Mm.
they've been speaking in English, but in a bad English. It's still something that is beautiful from Australians is that when they hear you accent,
Mhm.
they know that you are not from here, and they slow down. Not like the person that I talked before, but like they slow down a little bit. So like they kind of pronunciate better, and they want you to understand what they are saying. So that's good.
Mm. Yeah, and in the end, English is everything, because you can get first of all a good confidence if you don't have like a good English level, and if you don't have this confidence, you're not going to apply or to jobs in your area, your profession, or you're not going to be keen enough to chase your dreams.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a stop. Like English is like a riding a bike.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like when you start your riding on your bike, you are wobbly,
Mhm.
and you need the wheels, the
Mhm.
supporting wheels, and
Mhm.
and you need someone that help you and push you and whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like everything is a process.
Mhm.
You didn't born with you were not like you didn't grow up with the language, so you shouldn't expect to have 100% perfect language. You are going to make mistakes. That's good, because you are a human. You even make mistakes in your own language. How
Mhm.
you are going to expect to not make mistakes in other languages that you learn, you know but
Mhm.
but really, if you analyze everything that you have done, where you are, not everyone is in the place that you are right now. You are here in Australia by yourself. You have done so many stuff to maintain yourself here. And that's valuable. That takes courage. And that is the important message. Like, yes, English opens gates, opens windows, opens doors. But everything is a process. You need to believe in yourself. My mom, my mom is 60 years old. My mom never learned how to speak English. And when she is here, she's able to talk with drivers,
Mhm.
with shop assistants, with anyone. And I asked her, how you do that? You don't speak English. She said, I don't know. I just, start talking. And it's that confidence that she has in her, and is that, well, they are going to understand, even if I just have to make myself understand with signs or whatever. They are going to understand. So like, the point is that the
Mm.
only barrier in your life could be just yourself and that
Wow.
mindset.
Wow. Let me repeat that. The only barrier could be in your mind, could be yourself. I think this is the main message to everyone. Yeah, I think this part of this conversation, it's been really interesting, because yeah, it always I hear the English obviously have a good level of English is the main key, but the thing that you're saying to me is beyond that is the attitude, like change your
Mhm.
mindset. I want
True.
to keep talking about change the mindset, because I want to just touch the point about digital strategy, BNE. How did
Okay.
you get there? How did you get to
Well,
the idea to be an entrepreneur?
Um, well, as I told you, my friend checked my CV, and
Mhm,
then she asked me to do a website, and
mhm.
from there I started a whole road of finding myself.
Okay.
I have a friend
Uh-huh.
that I love, and I always talk about her. Her name is Cara Monroy. And when I met her, it was because she made a video that talked about the differences between job, career, and purpose. And and what she said is that the job is what you do, so how you exchange your time for money. Career is how you develop, your career through your life and in this corporate ladder. And then your purpose is that thing that actually is within yourself, is that emotion, is that energy, is that feeling that you can do more, you know and that is that spark that thrives and that leads your life through ups and downs. So i I listened that video, I watched that video, and I was like, I something that I really don't like of corporate jobs is that in those jobs you find way too many bosses and not really many leaders. And that is so discouraging, because I found so many people, that in the moment that I was myself, that I was a little bit creative, that I was a little bit energetic, that I was a little bit, oh, we can do this better, or maybe we can find a better way to do this, or whatever. They were like, no, no, that's the process. You have to do it like that, and that's it. And if you don't like it, suck it up. And that was so horrible.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between a boss and a leader? Well, a leader is someone that find that spark in yourself and flame it, like make it bigger, that push you towards being bigger, that let you extend your wings and let you fly. Is that person that is with you in the good and the bad. It's not the person that is giving you orders. Is someone that is inspiring you almost. So I'm not saying that I'm that, but I definitely not a boss, and I don't want to be one or be with one. um and I feel like every day when I wake up, and I wake up with energy, and I want to do so many stuff, and I want to create so much impact, and I want to help my community, and I want to help my female community and everything. That is the spark that takes me to all the ups and downs, because as I said before, like, this is not just roses. No, there are moments that you feel like
Oh my.
Christ, but is that discipline, is that is that is that emotion, is that this is my dream and I'm going to work for it, and I'm going to show my kids and the next generations that it is possible, that if they want to work 8 to 5, it's fine. If they want to spend their whole life working for other people, it's fine. But if they don't want that, they are another option. And it's possible. Probably you are going to work more, but still it's possible.
Yeah, I think everyone has a superpower. So as you said, we choose what we want to do with our superpowers. Some people likes, for example, office work. Some people is more creative, like more artistic jobs. But in the way that we know what is our superpowers, we can have this sparkle that you said, and we also can be like a huge change in the community, because be positive and be energetic, and know what you want in life, things you like, in what areas you want to work, for example, or which one is your purpose, in the way that you know that you can help others and inspire others. And also you can, everyone in this community have a task to do. So which one, always I ask this thing, which one is your superpower, girl? Which one? And I'm happy to know that you find it. You find it, and you are, because a lot of people is still exploring. You know, this is not like I don't know, you sometimes I don't think you wake up with an idea and you find your path. It's like a huge road to go. As you said, it's a process.
It's a process, yeah.
Yeah, so my next question is, what do you want to achieve with the digital strategy, BNE?
Sorry. What do I want to achieve? Okay, so on one hand, I want to fulfill my dream as an entrepreneur. So I want to work for myself, and I want to be self-sustained. You know, like I want to be successful in my work. On the other hand, I want to help my community. So my job is like I can work with any entrepreneur or a small business, but I really like to work with small businesses, Latin or migrant small businesses, um, because I feel like we can speak the same language. And I'm not talking about Spanish, I'm talking about all the struggles that migrants have,
Yeah.
as well as entrepreneurs. So um, I feel like if I can achieve that, if I can be self-sustained with my work, plus I can help all these migrant entrepreneurs and small businesses, um, that's enough for me. Like I have done my
Mm.
little part in the world.
Yeah, and I think this is essential because the day of the entrepreneurs, it's so long, like they are worried from production to have the product in the market, and also about all the marketing strategies, and they are sometimes just one or two people. So in the end, yeah, it's hard for everyone. So what do you think are the main, maybe, mistakes or difficulties that entrepreneurs have thinking in the marketing area?
Mm. Okay, so I don't know if in Chile you
Mhm.
guys have the same saying, but in Colombia we have a saying is that goes like this: "Zapatero a tus zapatos,"
Oh yeah.
shoemaker to your shoes, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's about focusing in what you do best. So, like if you are a shoemaker, focus in your shoes, right?
Yeah.
But as an entrepreneur, you need to develop so many skills around that, because it's not just you making shoes or bread or websites or whatever. It's all the admin work that goes with it when you are an entrepreneur. In marketing, people focus in actions, and that's like with my friends, you know, like I have a lot of friends in the same field, and we agree that like people, they come to you and they are like, I want a logo. Okay, yeah, we can develop a logo, but a logo is just an iconographic
Mhm.
object. What do you want to communicate with that? What do you want that says? There are two ways to communicate something. There is the verbal one, what you said, and there is the non-verbal one, what you see. So like if your focus is in a logo, you are forgetting so many stuff around that. And people believe that marketing is a website, is a logo, it's you know, it's all these little parts, it's social media, and that's part of marketing. But there is something that is called a strategy, that is the glue of all of them. That is the one that is going to tell you the ABC of a plan for you to go from point A to point B, you know? And that's the thing, that like as an entrepreneur you focus in actions, but you need to like maybe look a little bit further and analyze situations from a strategy point. You know, like we do strategies all the time. If you are going to plan a trip, you have to do a strategy. You have to, you have to know how many people are going to the trip. Are you going to go there by plane, by boat, or by car? How many kids, like, are you going with kids? So you cannot have like a resort for only adults because they are not going to receive you, you know? And if you are going by car and you have kids, you need to understand that like big trips are not possible. So you need to have speed stops, you know? And if you are going, for example, with your grandma and she's 90 years old, you need to have a comfortable car, probably better a plane, you know? So like all that thinking is what makes the things that runs smoothly. Yeah. If you don't think that, if you said we are going on a trip, okay, grab your things, put the things in the car, and let's go, and you are not planning anything, 9 out of 10 things are going to be rough. So it's exactly the same with marketing. If you don't plan, like, oh, give me a website. Okay, create a website. Oh, but this website is not selling. Well, what are you communicating? What are you saying? What are you saying in your supporting channels? You know? Oh, but you don't have a plan. You don't have a funnel. You don't have anything. You just have a website with a bunch of information, but like you don't even have it you are not analyzing the data. You are not getting any data. You are not getting anything. So what is the purpose of a website? Spending all that money if you don't even have a clear branding. If you don't know who is your competitors, who is your potential client, what are your goals? What do you want? You know, like they say in Colombia, parents always ask, or adults always ask kids, what do you want? What do you want to be when you grow up? ¿Qué quieres ser cuando seas grande, no? And it's true. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be in a year in your business? Where do you want to be? You know, if you don't know that, then how are you going to know the road to get there? It's impossible. So first, find the X in your map, and then you will find the road.
So yeah, and make a plan. Awesome. So the recommendation is make a plan. This is the main for thinking in the marketing area. The recommendation for the brands is know what you want and make a road for it. I love it. I think we have so much wisdom in this little chit chat. I love your recommendations about let me just highlight some of your words. One is put effort, tears, and sweat. And the other one is embrace the culture. And the last one, thinking in the business, in the small business and entrepreneurs, find what you want and make a plan.
Yeah.
I love it. I think we are done. I want to say thank you so much for this time. Just I want you to share where the people can find you on social media and which one is your website.
Okay, so if you want to follow me, you can do it on Instagram or Facebook as Digital Asecas. Digital A secas. That means in Spanish just digital. I like to only talk about digital tools and strategies and so on. If you want to find me in LinkedIn, you can find me as Viviana Castrillon Olave. And if you want to go to my website where is everything, you can go to Digital SB, S from Strategy, B from BNE.com.au.
I love it. I love it. I highly recommend your Instagram because it's very handy. You have a lot of techniques for entrepreneurs, so they can start making a plan with your recommendations there.
Yeah. Like the idea is to, like try to give content that really helps people. Techniques, tools, ideas, basically.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Vivi, for this time, for share your story, for share your experience working here in your area, and for inspire us, and for work in this migrant area in the women area that I think is essential in these times. So thank you for your time. Yeah, do you want to say something?
No, well, the only thing that I wanted to add is that you said that thank you for working in the female area and all of that is I'm I'm a believer that women can work together and that we can empower ourselves and that we can support other women for them to see them grow and stand their wings and whatever. We grew up hearing all those talks about, oh, women only work for cat fights, and women are jealous of other women, and men can hide their things from their wives and whatever because they can work in community, but women, they can't. And that's not true, and that's something that we need to stop believing, and we really need to embrace our femalehood. We are powerful. Like, think of every single thing that you do in your life, all the hats that you put every day, like as a mom, as an entrepreneur, as a friend, as a daughter, as a wife, so many stuff, and you do it perfectly, or not perfectly, because we are not perfect, but you do it.
And you can handle that, all this
and you
pressure.
can handle that. And you can handle the pressure of having toddlers, and they are in their terrible tools, and having a husband that is feeling no confident in whatever, and then all the drama that your friends may have and everything, and you can handle and you can thrive. So, like, if you can do that, everyone can do it. But you really need a support circle, and it can be another females. Why not? Like, I feel happy when I see a friend of mine thriving and growing and being successful. We are not jealous. We are not that, we are not that people that we were told we were. We are empowered females with the bulls, with grabbing the bulls from the thing, and that's it. So, like, we need to start believing in ourselves and supporting other women.
Yeah, and everyone's do something different. We are not something we sometimes I think we thought like we have competitors, like we see others as a competitors and not as a supporting community. So I always said everyone do different things. And for example, I found you because of Latinos Extraordinarios.
Okay.
Yeah, because I hear your interview there, but they make you an interview also, but in another area. And now we are talking, they have a podcast, I have a video. They are more interested in highlight like the Latinos experience. I'm trying to highlight the working experience. So in the end, we can support each other. I think the same as you, we are not, this is not a race, who do better or who do more. Let's work together.
Let's work together.
And let's empower women, and let's empower our migrants community.
Yeah.
So thank you, Vivi. Thank you for being here. I sent you a big hug. I hope it's warmer there in Brisbane than it is in Melbourne. Because here it's freezing cold.
It most likely is, but still it's not warm enough at the moment.
Yeah, I bet. Well, thank you so much and have a nice afternoon.
Thank you, Jime, for inviting me, and thank you for doing this. This is an amazing project and 100% supported by me.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Love your idea. And I wish you the best with digital strategy BNE.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.